February 26, 2012, he was attacked by 8 men. He was stabbed in the chest, put in a medically induced coma for 80 days. When he awoke, Ivanov had lost 99 pounds. He could not walk.
Tonight, one of the Blagoi Ivanov, recently on the brink of death, continues to defy the odds.
Phenomenal comeback from Blagoi Ivanov!
When he steps into the Bellator cage and faces Lavar Johnson, who fights for his legacy and one last shot at a title.
And a victory for Lavar Johnson!
It's Johnson versus Ivanov for a spot in the heavyweight tournament final. But right now in the cage, it's former world champion Alexander Volkov.
Big shots for Volkov!
Battling Mighty Mo in the first heavyweight semifinal. This is Bellator MMA.
We're live tonight from the spectacular Pechanga Resort and Casino in Temecula, California. With Jimmy Smith, I'm Sean Wheelock. A sold-out crowd is in attendance as we bring you this stacked card, which features semifinal round fights in the welterweight, middleweight, and Jimmy heavyweight tournaments.
That's right. It was a phenomenal opening round, a ton of finishes, and I guarantee there will be blood tonight with these outstanding finishers. Our main event tonight, Lavar Johnson and Blagoi Ivanov. They will square off later, but right now, it is the former champion, Alexander Volkov, taking on Mighty Mo. Mighty Mo, known as a world-class striker, but defeated Peter Graham in the opening round via submission. His opponent, Alexander Volkov, 6'7", the former champion, 15 knockouts in 20 victories.
Let's now do the numbers. Our tale of the tape is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports.
And you see the difference in builds. 6'7" for Alexander Volkov and a 7-inch reach advantage. That's what Mighty Mo has to deal with tonight.
Here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pechanga Resort and Casino tonight. Bellator MMA Live on Spike begins with 3 5-minute rounds in the toughest tournament in sports. This heavyweight semifinal is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports in Bellator MMA every Friday night. And now, introducing first the red corner at 6'1", weighing in 264.9 pounds. As a professional, 6 victories, 2 defeats. Hailing from American Samoa, he fights out of San Bernardino, California. Introducing Mighty Mo Salina. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner at 6'7". He weighed in 235.7 pounds. The former Bellator world champion tonight stands with 20 professional victories, just 4 defeats. Fighting out of Moscow, Russia, introducing Alexander Volkov. And the referee in charge of the action, Big John McCarthy.
In the semifinal round of all Bellator tournaments, the fights are scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Mighty Mo versus the former champion of Bellator's heavyweight division, Alexander Volkov, for a place in the heavyweight tournament final. Round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Mighty Mo diving right in for the takedown and clinch.
Mighty Mo in the white and blue trunks, Volkov in the blue trunks.
Surprised Mighty Mo going for the takedown this early, didn't even throw any hands.
2 radically different body types in the Bellator cage. Jimmy, 2 finishers with striking, but radically different striking styles.
Volkov, an outside rangy striker, throws a lot of strikes. He's a volume striker.
You can download the Bellator app now for free. Real-time fight stats, fighter bios, score every round live as you're the 4th judge. Heavy pressure from Mighty Mo. Still looking for that single leg.
Problem is, it costs a lot of energy if you go through all this effort for the takedown and don't get it. He's He's reaching. He's also carrying the weight of Volkov on top of him.
Work it.
Volkov, you see the counter right hands. A big knee. Mighty Mo Jimmy, an outstanding striking pedigree. In his career, he's won 2 K1 Grand Prix, but he wants to take this fight to the ground.
We've seen a lot of that in his recent fights. Submission over Peter Graham, submission over Ron Sparks. I think he thinks that might be the difference maker in this fight. Both guys, great strikers. I'm surprised he doesn't want to test the chin of Volkov before charging him for a takedown.
The separation from John McCarthy. Volkov setting the range with his kicks. Jimmy, he told us that. Lots and lots of kicks from the outside.
Does have a Kyokushin background. They have some vicious kicks, and that's something Mighty Mo had trouble with against Peter Graham, were leg kicks. Mighty Mo already breathing heavily.
Mighty Mo again closing the distance. Knee.
Oh, that's the head kick. And that is it. A straight knockout on the head kick. And just like that, Alexander Volkov is through to the heavyweight tournament final.
Bang! We knew it could end with one shot, and it was Volkov that landed it. A kick to the head. First round knockout for the former champion. That's a big statement to the rest of the field, Sean. Man, Mighty Mo known for his chin, and it was a one-shot knockout.
Here's our AutoZone replay. Get Duralast proven tough, available only at AutoZone.
Off the clinch, a nice knee, and bang, a left kick right to the chin. Big John McCarthy all over it. Great stoppage. Look at it here, a quick combination, and it was hand to foot. 1-2 punches, and then up with the foot. Mighty Mo could not see it coming. Doesn't get any more accurate than that, Sean. And it doesn't get any more out than that. Mighty Mo does not know what's going on. Great stoppage.
Again, watch the head snap right there. Out cold, Jimmy. On the other side of this commercial break, Jimmy Smith will speak to that man, Alexander Volkov. And still to come, our main event, it's the second heavyweight tournament semifinal. Bellator's former heavyweight world champion Alexander Volkov now just one win away from a world title shot. Here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the head kick ends it. Official time, 2 minutes, 44 seconds into round number 1. The winner by knockout now, a heavyweight tournament finalist, Alexander Volkov.
Let's go to Jimmy.
I'm here with your winner and the first heavyweight tournament finalist, Alexander Volkov. Alexander, you told us it would be all about kicks, all about range, but did you think you'd get the finish that soon against a guy as tough as Mighty Mo?
Саш, ты рассчитывал, что настолько точно ты сможешь попасть по такому сложному сопернику, как Mighty Mo?
Да, мы тренировались очень много к этому бою, и получилось именно то, что мы отрабатывали, именно те удары. То есть, в принципе, то, что мы делали, все прошло.
Yes, it was just exact kick that we worked on. Exactly the one.
Now, of course, Blagoi, Ivanov, and Lavar Johnson fighting later tonight to see who will take you on in the finals. What do you think of that fight?
Следующий полуфинал, Blagoi, Ivanov. С другим, как ты думаешь, кто одержит победу?
Оба соперника очень серьезные, оба оппонента очень серьезные, и все будет рассчитывать как бы случай, только готов к этому бою. Вот. И в итоге вы победителем тот, кто будет готов лучше.
Well, both guys are tough. So, I mean, whoever is better today, that guy will win.
You heard it, your first tournament finals. To give it up for Alexander Volkov, ladies and gentlemen.
Clean and devastating on the head kick knockout of Mighty Mo. Alexander Volkov, now 21 career pro MMA wins, 17 finishes, and he advances to the Bellator Season 10 Heavyweight Tournament Final. Our attack of the night is brought to you by Attack Poker, where free-to-play meets MMA, bringing online play to life.
And that kick, beautifully timed. That is a Kyokushin kick. Extremely accurate, extremely hard to see. That combination spelled the end for Mighty Mo. Bang, look at it. Mo never saw it coming. Big John McCarthy all over it. Great stoppage. And this is a guy, Mighty Mo, known for his chin, known for his ability to take a shot, but no heavyweight on earth could take that kick and still be fighting.
The snap of the head, Mighty Mo going stiff. Just sheer brilliance on that left-footed head kick by Alexander Volkov.
Still to come in the main event, Blagoi Ivanov continues his astounding comeback when he faces Lavar Johnson in the heavyweight semifinal. But up next, Nathan Coy,
Good left hand.
battles Adam McDonough for a spot in the welterweight finals. This is Bellator MMA. Bellator MMA live on Spike is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports. By AttackPoker.com, where free-to-play beats MMA, bringing online play to life. And by Pechanga Resort and Casino. Experience it all.
In tonight's main event, we will take you back to the heavyweight tournament semifinal round.
Blagoi Ivanov has gone from the brink of death to the heavyweight semifinals. An incredible story, but in his way, the hard-hitting Lavar Johnson, 18 wins, 18 finishes. Ryan Martinez found that out the hard way in the opening round, how hard Lavar Johnson can hit.
Alexander Volkov in his semifinal round win moments ago, Jimmy, looked devastating. In this second heavyweight tournament semifinal, two more natural-born finishers.
That's right, 28 combined wins, 26 finishes between Blagoi Ivanov and Lavar Johnson. They've done it in different ways, but both guys can end a fight at any time.
Also tonight, Jimmy, it's the welterweight tournament. We started with 8. We're now down to the final 4.
That's right. Adam McDonough taking on Nathan Coy tonight. Both guys very impressive in the opening round. Nathan Coy, not just a warrior, a spiritual man as well.
I don't think life is about taking the easy road. My nickname, Soul Force. It's a testament to the life of Mahatma Gandhi. He chose to do the difficult path because it was right. Gandhi's philosophy was strive to be better, you strive to be the best. That's Satyagraha. That's exactly what I feel when I get in that cage. I want to be the best. I want to take on the world.
Oh, caught with a straight left coming in.
We're now looking to pounce.
I want to do it for good. Adam McDonough and I tonight will fight. It has nothing to do with violence. It has to do with the will to be the best they can be. I'm going to give him everything I have. I'm going to let it loose in the cage tonight. This is my night. This is my time. Getting that belt around my waist is the end of my quest, my journey to be #1. And to me, that's Satyagraha. Turn your principles into practice.
Adam McDonough believes that his undefeated record is a testament to hard work and sacrifice.
You're going to do something, you might as well be the best at it. You got to get out and get after it.
Spinning back kick to the body. We're now thinking finish before the bell. That is it.
I definitely wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my dad. Just kind of a living example of work hard and it pays off eventually.
Here's the...
My dad got me involved in Taekwondo at the age of about 4. Some of the biggest lessons I learned early on from martial arts is work ethic, respect, discipline. I come in the cage every single fight knowing that I'm not going to be outworked.
Now thinking finish before the bell.
Nathan Coy brings an interesting dynamic. He's very experienced. I'm going to have to go out there and fight the best fight of my life, and that's exactly what I'm prepared to do. I'm here to make a mark, and I'm here to stay. Getting that belt wrapped around my waist is going to prove something I've always known. Hard work pays off.
Adam McDonough now attempting to run his pro MMA record to 11-0. At stake, a place in the welterweight tournament final. Standing in his way, Nathan Coy, who says quite simply, my game plan is pressure. Rampage Jackson meeting his fans here at Pechanga Resort Casino in Temecula, California.
May 17th on our pay-per-view card. He meets King Mo. Two guys have almost fought a handful of times outside the cage. Can't wait to see them get it on.
Almost slapping Gavin Starrett there. How about that? Nathan Coy versus Adam McDonough for a place in the welterweight tournament final. Dave & Buster's brings you our tale of the tape. Eat, drink, play, watch sports.
Look at a reach advantage for Nathan Coy, but he tends to negate that by moving forward. Will he do that tonight?
Again, here's Michael Williams.
Bellator MMA, along with Pechanga Resort and Casino, experience it all. Now moves to the welterweight tournament, a semi-final round fight set for 3 5-minute rounds and brought to you by AutoZone. Get Duralast proven tough, available only at AutoZone. And now, introducing the red corner first at 5'10", weighing in 170.6 pounds. His professional record, 14 victories, 4 defeats, fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida. He hails from Portland, Oregon. Introducing Nathan Soulforce Coy. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner at 5'10", weighing in 170.9 pounds. The undefeated professional tonight brings 10 victories without a defeat. He fights out of St. Cloud, Minnesota, Adam McDonough. In charge of the action, the referee, Mike Beltran.
Sold out crowd in attendance, set for this welterweight tournament semifinal.
All right, gentlemen, first round. You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Hell, let's go.
Round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
That's what I meant about pushing forward. Nathan Coy has the reach advantage. And it's negated by being very aggressive.
Coy in the red and black trunks, McDonough in the black and blue trunks. Coy right in. Side trip to the takedown. Coy's so effective on the ground throughout his pro MMA career, Jimmy. NCAA Division I Wrestling All-American while at Oregon State University.
Oregon State, a great program, top wrestling program in the Pac-12.
This is exactly what Coy meant when he told us, my game plan is pressure. Heavy pressure on Adam McDonough.
I'll grab the fence.
Warning by Mike Beltran to McDonough, grabbing the links of the cage. Live on Spike tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Glory Kickboxing. McDonough looking for wrist control. Collapsing the legs is Coy. That was slick on the inside.
McDonough right now in a Kimura position. He'll also go to the switch from here with the cages in his way. That's what Coy's all about, is pressure. He never lets you off the hook.
Blood on the forehead of Adam McDonough.
He was opened by that punch. Just landed, scraped the head, but it's not a bad spot.
See Coy coming forward, putting McDonough on his bike.
Oh, nice hook.
Counter left hand by McDonough.
That's one thing about Coy's style. He tends to keep his chin very high, tends to come in straight. He paid for it there. Problem is he doesn't give you a lot of time to capitalize. I thought he was hurt. He went right at McDonough and clinched.
See Coy trying to control the legs of McDonough. See McDonough looking for wrist control on Coy. Sneaky left hand by Coy. As far as Jimmy, Coy making McDonough fight on the defensive.
He told us this fight would be about pressure. He'd make it about heart and discipline.
McDonough said for his part, stick and move, sprawl and brawl.
That's what he hasn't been able to do. He's been stuck against the fence a lot. Oh, knee caught him coming up.
That was legal. Mike Beltran had no trouble with that knee whatsoever. Saw it as legal.
This time he caught McDonough coming in. Going for the single leg. Good defense by McDonough. McDonough needs to angle and move. He's been caught against the fence a lot. Coy's been able to catch him with straight-in movement. Gotta watch that hook over the top, though. That's the punch that hurt Coy.
McDonough again trying to counter-strike. That was slick by McDonough. Now he's hurt.
He's hurt.
Big right hands and looking to finish is Adam McDonough.
I think he can finish right here, Sean. I think he went out and woke back up. He's still fighting.
A lot of time remaining. 1:05 to go, round number 1. McDonough in search of this finish.
These aren't big shots, but he's got to finish. Oh, he's in trouble. He's in huge trouble, Sean.
Boy, desperation shot, just trying to hold on. His mouthpiece comes out. McDonough senses the end.
But Coy still coming forward.
Boy, going to his wrestling instincts.
But does Coy have time to clear his head? That is the question.
Ferocious right hands delivered unabated by Adam McDonough.
Water.
Time
right
called,
there.
and that's for the
Hurry up,
mouthpiece.
get over here, rinse it out. Don't grab it, rinse it out. Put it in your mouth. Let's go. Let's go. Right there. Ready? Time in. Fight.
Good efficient restart by Mike Beltran.
And you see Coy still very much in this fight. I agree with the referee not stopping it. He's still got some fight left in him.
10 seconds.
Final seconds, round number 1 of this welterweight tournament semifinal. And Coy escapes danger.
Good job.
See here the uppercut that started all. A short uppercut right to the chin with the left hand, and then all over him with the ground and pound. I thought he went out here and woke back up. So he slumps down, but he wakes back up again.
Go, have a second round. You ready to fight?
Referee all over
you ready
it.
to fight? Hey, let's go.
Jimmy, your scorecard is brought to you by America's Navy, a global force for good.
I thought Nathan Coy almost stopped in that opening round. I gave it to Adam McDonough, 10-9, and he's in trouble again early.
Coy again rocked.
When you go out like he went out in that first round, you take that kind of a beating, a minute is not going to get your
Huge
wits
left
back.
hand, and that is it. Mike Beltran sees enough, and the walk-away left-handed knockout. Adam McDonough literally punches his way through to the welterweight tournament final.
I completely agree with that stoppage. He had taken some bad punches. He went down on that left hand. That just went to the well too many times. He's still wobbly. Good call by the referee. Very good call.
Here's our AutoZone replay. Get Duralast proven tough. Available only at AutoZone.
Coy had been hurt. The first time he hurt him, that jab right to the eye. And this was all she wrote. Look at that left hook. Falls face down. Good job by the referee on that one. That left hook right to the temple. Coy does not know where he is. He's still seated. McDonough, this kid's got finishing power on the feet. Don't doubt it.
Jimmy, and I think you would agree that was some residual effects from the punches delivered by McDonough in round 1.
I was in the middle of saying it. One round is not enough to get it back after the beating he took in the first round.
When we return, Jimmy will speak to Adam McDonough. He is through to the welterweight tournament final. Adam McDonough now 11-0 in his pro MMA career with 9 finishes. Here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the end comes officially 30 seconds into round number 2. The winner by knockout, earning his place in the welterweight tournament finals, Adam Big Gunner McDonough.
Jimmy's in the cage.
I'm here with the winner, Adam Big Gunner McDonough. I have to know what you were thinking at the end of that first round. You had hurt him bad. He was able to clinch and survive and see the second round. What were you thinking going back to your stool?
Round 2, baby. Let's finish the fight.
You knew he wouldn't have time to recover. Was it about turning it on early, testing his chin? What were you thinking at the start of that second round?
You know, Nate Coy, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated welterweights in the world. I knew he was tough. I knew he was resilient. He's been in there with some of the best. I was just going to keep my calm, cool composure and just kind of go from there. And, you know, whatever happened in that second round, I knew I needed to win 2 of the 3 rounds. So that's what I was off to do.
Now, the left hook that finally dropped him, that finally stopped the fight, did it feel like that was the punch? Had you hit him with harder shots before? Was it up to the referee? Tell me what's going on in your head, man.
Yeah, we watched a lot of video. My coaches, Brock Larson, Chris Cacone, Tony Martin, all my team at Get Some, and the Seller Fight Gym. We watched a lot of fight video. We knew that left hand was there, so we drilled it and drilled it and drilled it and drilled it, and boy, that baby was on point tonight.
Now, Andre Koreshkov, Sam Oropeza, fighting for a chance to fight you in the finals. Tell me what you think of that fight.
Hey, man, both of them are complete studs. You know, that's what Bellator does. They put the best of the best in here, and may the best man win. That's why I love the tournament format. That's why it's perfect for me. So thanks, Bjorn Rebney. Thanks, all of Bellator, crew, staff. Everybody's been amazing. And, man, don't be confused by my niceness, because I'm coming to win this thing.
Oh, Bellator's not confused by your niceness. Great job reaching the finals. Give it up for Adam McDonough, ladies and gentlemen.
You just saw Andre Koreshkov. He will face Sam Oropeza in the second welterweight tournament semifinal. You will see that Friday night, May 2nd, live on Spike. Adam McDonough, a devastating performance. He scores the second round knockout to advance to the welterweight tournament final.
Don't blink when Bellator MMA comes to the Mid-America Center. Next Friday, April 18th, the welterweight world championship will be decided when Douglas the Phenom Lima takes on former U.S. Olympian Rick Hahn. 2 of MMA's most explosive knockout artists collide. It's Lima versus Hahn next Friday, April 18th, live at the Horseshoes Mid-America Center. Get your tickets now at the box office, Ticketmaster, or Bellator.com. Still to come, Blagoi Ivanov and Lavar Johnson battle for the last spot in the heavyweight tournament finals. You're watching Bellator MMA on Spike. Bellator MMA live on Spike is brought to you by AutoZone. Get Duralast, proven tough. Available only at AutoZone. And by Pechanga Resort and Casino. Experience it all.
This is Bellator live on Spike, coming to you tonight from the outstanding Pechanga Resort and Casino in Temecula, California. Let's now turn our attention to Bellator Season 10 4-man middleweight tournament.
Brett Cooper got here, taking on Kendall Grove in the opening round. Had a scare in the first round, but in round number 2, a beautiful overhand right sends Kendall Grove to the canvas, and this ground and pound finished the fight. We knew he could hit. He did not disappoint against Kendall Grove. That power on display. He got the second round TKO finish.
Brett Cooper through to the final, here tonight, taking the seat of honor next to Bjorn Rebney. So Cooper, a very interested observer for this second middleweight tournament semifinal, Joe Pacheco versus Brandon Halsey. Many of you saw it live tonight earlier on Spike.com.
Brandon Halsey's nickname is the Bull. That's how he fought tonight. Bulling forward, a lot of pressure, using his physical advantages, his strength, his wrestling pedigree to keep Joe Pacheco on the defensive, up against the fence. That guillotine attempt, his only real attempt at a finish, just constant takedowns, ground and pound, and pressure. Physical dominance was his key to victory. He wins a unanimous decision. And of course, Brett Cooper, he got in the cage. That is going to be your final in the middleweight division. Cannot wait to see it.
This fight at the catchweight of 180 pounds, Ricky Rainey versus Andy Murad. Our tale of the tape is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports.
One reason Murad wants Rainey moving backward, that 10-inch reach advantage. Cannot let Rainey play from the outside.
First round, fight, are you ready? Fight, are you ready? Fight!
Here we go with round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. Rainey in the black and purple trunks, Rod in the black and red trunks. Get caught, here's Rainey moving forward. Counter left landed by Rainey. Very straight up stance, Jimmy, for Murad.
Going surprisingly quick. You look at his build, he has good in and out movement.
He's trying to work to the tie plum.
Oh, nice right hand by Rainey.
Rainey trying to unload with his strikes.
Oh, Murad's in trouble.
Big shots. There's Jason Herzog to stop the fight, and that's an outstanding Bellator debut for Ricky Rainey.
That's a bad cut as well, right on the forehead. But he was stumbling all over the fence. That's a good stoppage by Jason Herzog. And as soon as Rainey found his range for his combinations, he finished. Nice killer instinct in his Bellator debut.
Take it to the ending sequence. AutoZone brings you this replay. Get Duralast Proven Tough, available only at AutoZone.
Now look at this. Right hand started it. That hurt Murad. Then up against the fence, right here. Found his range, unloading. Jason Herzog has seen he's had enough. And it was a kick that caused that cut right on the forehead. You'll see it here. Just scrapes his forehead. That's enough to open up that cut. Immediately started bleeding. Check it out. Look at the shin. Just raised. Caught the forehead and kept going. That's what causes cuts. Is that scraping motion. And right here, he's at range. And he ate some good shots, especially you see it here in slow motion. Those were hard punches. Good stoppage by Jason Herzog. Good stuff from Ricky Rainey.
Jimmy, I agree on both counts. And your point on Herzog, Murad was arguing afterwards, but I think Herzog, excellent positioning, made a really smart decision to end that fight. Here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, referee Jason Herzog waves off the contest due to unanswered strikes. Official time. 1 minute, 11 seconds into round number 1. The winner by TKO, Ricky the Sniper Rainey.
Ricky Rainey now 7-2 in his pro MMA career. He said he wanted to send a message to the other fighters in Bellator. He definitely looked good with his ending sequence on those strikes, Jimmy.
He certainly did.
Our attack of the night, brought to you by Attack Poker, where free-to-play meets MMA, bringing online play to life.
Look at this kick. Bang, right on the forehead. You see the head snap back. And he was in big trouble from this point out. Accurate, controlled strikes from Rainey. You see he doesn't rush in so much that Murad is able to clinch him, able to hug him. Rainey was able to stay at range and land some big punches, and Jason Herzog right here has seen enough. Great finish by Ricky Rainey.
A lot of fighters tell us I'm really athletic. Rainey looked really athletic. The celebration to put a big period on the end of that successful Bellator debut. Emmanuel Newton, one of many big-name Bellator fighters with us tonight, Jimmy.
That's right. He's the Bellator light heavyweight champion. But there are some good light heavyweights here, including that man, Rampage Jackson. He's going to fight King Mo. And Alexander Semenko, our middleweight champion, looked devastating against Brennan Ward, his last title defense. And then this man, Tito Ortiz. Big announcement from him later tonight.
Headed your way in the Bellator cage, Joey Beltran versus Vladimir Matyushenko. Bellator MMA Live on Spike is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports in Bellator every Friday night. Our locker room cam is brought to you by America's Navy, a global force for good.
See Blagoi Ivanov warming up, getting ready, well-rounded, great finisher. Has skills on the ground and on the feet. Lavar Johnson, everyone knows what he does. He is a knockout artist, plain and simple.
Next Friday night, we'll be at Horseshoes Mid-America Center in Council Bluffs, Iowa.
Two of the most devastating strikers in Bellator history, Douglas Lima and Rick Hahn, fight for the welterweight world title April 18th. Then, May 2nd, we have the bantamweight world title on the line. Eduardo Dantas versus the baddest man on the planet, Joe Warren. And the welterweight semifinal continues. Sam Oropeza versus Andrei Koreshkov. All of that leading up to our pay-per-view live May 17th, Chandler Alvarez 3.
They're just trading bombs.
They fought two of the best fights in MMA history. Now the sport's greatest trilogy ends here. Live Saturday, May 17th.
The fight of the year.
Lightweight world champion Eddie Alvarez battles Michael Chandler in an epic third fight.
What an incredible fight.
Plus,
I'm a monster.
it's MMA's biggest grudge match. Quinton Rampage Jackson
I'm back. You next.
faces King Mo.
This is epic.
Alvarez versus Chandler 3. Live Saturday, May 17th, only on pay-per-view.
You can get your tickets now through Ticketmaster and at Bellator.com. Up next, we will move to Bellator's light heavyweight division.
Joey Beltran, he tries to make every fight he's in into a brawl. Loves throwing heavy punches. Vladimir Matyushenko wants to go out with a win. Will that happen tonight?
Beltran versus Matyushenko. Both fighters are promising a finish. This is Bellator MMA live on Spike. An outstanding crowd is in attendance as we're at the spectacular Pechanga Resort Casino in Temecula, California. Let's now move to the light heavyweight division. Joey Beltran taking on Vladimir Matyushenko.
In the early 90s, when I came to America from Russia, I couldn't speak any English. I didn't know anybody, but I knew I could make a name for myself. When I step in the cage in my last professional fight, I know that I'm living an American dream.
I'm coming to put my fist through a 43-year-old man's face. Biggest thing that he's gonna have to deal with is my Mexican fighting spirit. It comes all the way back from that Aztec blood. I'm gonna keep coming, and I'm gonna keep coming, and I'm gonna keep coming. And I'm gonna break his ass down.
I'm coming to take the Executioner out. Tonight, he's gonna respect this old man.
I'm willing to go through hell for this fight, and I really don't believe that he is. And I think that's gonna be the f***ing difference in this.
This is a fight that all my fans are gonna remember forever. This old man's got a lot of fight in him.
I'm not here to play games, I'm here to fight. I'm gonna be out there, balls big, hands swinging. Bottom line, he's gonna have to deal with the f***ing Executioner tonight.
Vladimir Matyushenko's pro MMA career began September 1997. He's determined that it ends tonight with an impressive victory. Joey Beltran says, I'm a better fighter and I'm a nastier fighter.
Bellator MMA live on Spike is brought to you by America's Navy, a global force for good. And by AttackPoker.com, where free-to-play beats MMA, bringing online play to life.
Joey Beltran set to face Vladimir Matyushenko in this light heavyweight fight. Dave & Buster's brings you our tale of the tape. Eat, drink, play, watch sports.
Vladimir Matyushenko, his final fight. He is 43 years old. This is his retirement fight. The question is, how much will he put into the win tonight? Will it motivate him, or will it be, it's my last fight, there's no need to get hurt? We'll have to see.
Back we go to Michael Williams.
From Pechanga Resort and Casino, experience it all. Bellator MMA now presents 3 5-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Brought to you by AttackPoker.com, the official online gaming partner of Bellator, where free-to-play online gaming meets MMA, and by Bamboo Nutra. Turn your power on. And now, introducing first, the red corner. At 6'1", weighing in 204.5 pounds. His professional record, 14 victories, 10 defeats. He fights out of Carlsbad, California. Introducing Joey, the Executioner Beltran. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner. At 6 foot even, he weighed in 205.5 pounds. The well-respected veteran tonight brings an impressive professional record of 27 victories, 7 defeats. Originally from Belarus, now out of El Segundo, California. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Vladimir the Janitor Matyushenko. In charge of the action, your referee, Jason Herzog.
Beltran, Jimmy said he wants to get inside and unload. Matyushenko said, I can't stay in the middle range. Control the distance either outside or chest to chest. Round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. Beltran in the gray trunks, Matyushenko in the white trunks.
Beltran training for his professional boxing debut. He's been working a lot on his hands. Right now, it's Matyushenko stepping in behind that jab.
Beltran professed a lot of respect for the overall fight game, including the ground game of Vladimir Matyushenko, but he also felt that he has much, much superior boxing. Trying to establish the jab.
Problems he's had in the past, so Joey Beltran tends to go flat-footed. He's using a lot of movement right now.
Got a kick by Beltran.
Matyushenko right now content to stand and bang. A little bit of a clinch, but no real commitment to the takedown.
Matyushenko backing off. Get wary of that middle distance. You see Beltran trying to be fast with his hands, quick with his boxing. Swing and miss lead left hook by Matyushenko. Following tonight's Bellator MMA here on Spike, countdown to Glory 15.
I really wish I could watch that. There's so much work to do. Long nights here. Love to see a Glory countdown. Love kickboxing.
First kick from Matyushenko. Still to come, our main event, the second heavyweight tournament semifinal. Undefeated Blagoi Ivanov versus the one-punch knockout artist Lavar Johnson. Good shot from Matyushenko. It's nicely defended by Beltran.
And also not that second level commitment. High-level wrestlers like Matyushenko, they shoot and then they reshoot. They keep going after it. So far, we've seen he'll test the water, but he hasn't really committed to the takedown yet. I think he's confident with his striking right now.
All stand up here in round number 1 of this light heavyweight fight.
Now Beltran's starting to mix it up.
Good work to the body by Beltran. Good right hand. Flipping.
He's had trouble dealing with the straight punches of Vladimir Matyushenko. Be it the jab, sometimes a straight right hand. Haven't been that powerful. They've been straight and they've been accurate.
Left and the inside right by Beltran.
Beltran starting to find his range, starting to find a home for that right hand.
Body kick. Matyushenko cut outside left ground.
Couple of good right hands by Beltran.
That's what he told us, Jimmy. Get to the inside and unload.
Oh, good right hand by Matyushenko.
Loving overhand right. Final seconds, round number 1. Chant of Joey ringing through Pechanga Resort Casino. There's the bell. Our judges tonight have been assigned by the state of California. Jimmy, your scorecard is brought to you by America's Navy, a global force for good.
Really close first round. I thought Vladimir Matyushenko did really well behind the jab. Beltran started coming back with right hands later in the fight, maybe the last minute and a half, but I didn't think it was enough to win back the round, but still very close, and he finished strong. Judges tend to look at that a little bit closer, but still to me, 10-9 Matyushenko. I don't think either guy can think they have it in the bank.
Beltran again working to the body. We saw that effectively from him in round number 1. Counter left from Matyushenko.
Yeah, I am really surprised he's standing and banging as much as he is, not going for the takedown. But he is, and against Joey Beltran, has an awkward striking style. Tends to get very busy once he starts throwing, and Matyushenko content to stand and land. So far, I think he's doing well. Beltran starting to find a home for that right hand. The body of the overhand just over the shoulder.
See Matyushenko using that push kick almost like a jab, keeping Beltran at distance. Stiff left jab from Joey Beltran. Explosion of punches, the right hand got through. See Beltran still walking forward, right hand of his own. Good right hand by Beltran. Feint on the shot from Vladimir Matyushenko.
Great stuff so far by Matyushenko, but Beltran is one of those guys, you hit him, he just keeps coming forward. You got to really lean on a punch to get him moving backward.
Again, the chance of Joey.
But those straight, accurate punches, that's been the problem for Joey Beltran.
Definitely a pro-Beltran crowd.
In a boxing match, this has essentially been, it's very hard to outbox someone who is out jabbing you. That's what Matyushenko's been doing. In a Muay Thai fight, it's very hard to beat someone who is out leg kicking you. In a wrestling match, it's hard to beat a guy who has a better takedown. That's the bread and butter. And right now, Matyushenko has had the better jab. Not that it can't be done, but it's very hard to do. You've got to get around that jab somehow.
Great point, Jimmy. 2 minutes remaining, round number 2.
Same thing in kickboxing, you can't deal with a leg kick, you got a long night ahead of you. In boxing, you can't deal with your opponent's jab. It's a tough fight, and that's what Joey Beltran has been. That's been his problem, has been getting around that jab. And that's a shame. He's been off balance. He's showing some fatigue late in this round.
Shot, there's the sprawl.
That was a diving takedown.
The separation. The front circles out. There's that jab. Stiff, sharp, long. Again, the left jab. Shot. Beltran defended by Beltran.
Beltran, to his credit, still coming forward, still throwing.
The Shots have not been there for Vladimir Matyushenko, but the left jab has been there.
Clubbing rights over the top as well.
Small mouse is formed now under Matyushenko's right eye. See the abrasion on the bridge of his nose.
That's the thing about being 43 and having a career's worth of fights behind you. A lot of scar tissue. He cuts very easily. Those will open up in the first round. Skin doesn't get tougher.
Beltran trying to turn up the pressure now, trying to turn up the volume with his punches.
Also, look at the arms of Matyushenko. They're starting to get low. He looks very tired. I don't know what's going on there. They're talking to one another.
I think they were trying to hug. Show of respect.
Over here.
It's been a back and forth fight. Matyushenko doing well behind the jab. You see this combination here, but Joey Beltran finishing out the round strong as the janitor is starting to wear down.
Let's fight!
Jason Herzog starts this third and final round. The final round in the outstanding career of Vladimir Matyushenko. Jimmy, how do you have this scored?
2 rounds to none, Vladimir Matyushenko, for the same reason. He's starting out strong, landing accurate strikes, but Beltran finishing the rounds strong. So I think both guys need to give it all in this third round.
Tough for Matyushenko, there's the sprawl. Interesting sequence, about 10 seconds left in round 2. I'm not sure if it may have been a low blow, not detected by Jason Herzog, but the fighters almost embraced.
Well, I had somebody tweet me and tell me that they thought the fighters thought the round ended. They heard a clap or a bell, and they were a little bit confused. I'm not sure what the case was, but good sportsmanship. They weren't willing to attack one another until it was sorted out.
Even the 10-second remaining clapper. Regardless, it shows the high level of respect that both men have for each other.
And it shows I pay attention to my Twitter followers. Love you guys. I don't see everything.
Trump talked about what a complete fighter Matyushenko is. Matyushenko talked about what a devastating striker Beltran is.
I just have to give it up as a fan to Matyushenko. His last fight, he is fighting hard. He's fighting like he cares about this sport, about this fight.
Matyushenko said, I won't even think about this being my final fight probably until sometime tomorrow. Business as usual.
And he's not fighting like that. He's not phoning this in.
Willow has decimated EC3 and Spud, but can he survive against both at the same time? Find out Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Spike. It's a big mouse now under Matyushenko's right eye.
Look at those welts on the ribs. This is when body work starts paying off. That third round, you can't breathe, ribs hurt. But on my scorecard, Beltran has to capitalize with a stoppage in this third round.
Good left hand by Beltran. Stiff left jab by Matyushenko. Coming forward.
Oh, good right hand.
And there's that left jab from Matyushenko, Jimmy. To the body with that kick.
Less snap on it, though, in this third round. Oh, another good right hand.
You can no see. Beltran here in this third and final round trying to turn up the volume. Did very well there. Into a south choke.
He's got to get that arm on the other side. This will be very hard to get from here. He can do it. I think he might. That's it.
And the submission win for Joey Beltran.
Man, unbelievable. He capitalized on the ground, got the north-south choke. I don't think anyone would have expected that. Of his 12 finishes out of 14 wins, Beltran, that only his second submission win. I think Matyushenko just out of gas at the end. Great finishing instincts by Joey Beltran.
Here's our AutoZone replay. Get Duralast. Proven tough. Available only at AutoZone.
He was in trouble on the feet. This was a desperation takedown. Not a lot of drive on it. You see him circle here. Look at that, forcing him to the ground. And here, look at the left shoulder of Beltran, sinking right into the throat, keeping his hips down. And it's that pressure on the throat. Look at the hand. There's the tap. That's all she wrote. Great comeback by Joey Beltran. Sinking low with the hips. That's how you finish that choke.
Elation for Joey Beltran. Finishes Vladimir Matyushenko in his final fight via the north-south choke. When we return, Jimmy Smith will speak to both fighters, and our main event is moments away. Joey Beltran, known for his knockout power, but he records a third-round victory via the submission. Here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the tap comes by way of a north-south choke. Official time, 3 minutes, 6 seconds into round number 3. The winner by submission, Joey, the Mexicutioner, Beltran.
Let's go to Jimmy.
Joey, a very tough fight going into that third round. Did you know you needed the submission finish? What was your frame of mind going into that third round, man?
I thought first round could have gone either way. I thought he got second round, and so I knew I had to come out and finish strong. At least dominate the round.
How did it feel getting this win? So much of this crowd behind you. Was that a factor, man? Tell me.
You know what? I just want to give a little message to my kids at home, my nieces and my nephews, my little cousins. You know, I'm a testament that with hard work, determination, and an unbreakable will, dreams can come true. 10 years ago, I was a lowlife, sitting at home, doing all sorts of bad stuff to my body, and I decided one day that I didn't want my life to end up that way, and I just got to work. And to have this night like this in front of all my friends and family is a dream come true.
Speaking of dreams, I'm here for your final fight, Vladimir. I've been following you from the beginning. Tell me about the emotions right now. You talked about the American dream coming in here. Do you feel you've lived that in MMA?
Yeah, I guess it's time. That's why I put in my gloves here. I want to thank all the fans for a long time support. I also want to thank all the fighters who I've been fighting with and who I've been training with. It was a pleasure to be and a big honor to be part of this brotherhood.
Let's give it up for two gentlemen, Joey Beltran and Vladimir Matyushenko, ladies and gentlemen.
A very emotional victory for Joey Beltran. And the class act, Vladimir Matyushenko, finishes his outstanding MMA career 27-8.
Tournament in sports delivers spectacular moments.
That is it! TKO win for Rampage Jackson.
Be there live and experience all the action as Bellator MMA is coming to a city near you. Next Friday, Horseshoes Mid-America Center. Friday, May 2nd, Revel, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Get your tickets now at Bellator.com.
We're live at the sold-out Pechanga Resort Casino in Temecula, California. Here again is Jimmy.
Thank you very much. I'm with the People's Champion, Tito Ortiz. Tito, last year, supposed to fight in November, suffered a fractured neck during training. That took you out of that, but you are now medically cleared. Long road to recovery. How are you feeling? Tell me about that road, man.
Well, actually, you know, it was a big challenge for me just to get past it mentally. You know, I really wanted to fight Rampage. My doctor didn't clear me. I still wanted to fight. The doctor's like, you know what, what's more important? You taking care of your children or getting in the ring and have a chance of you going paralyzed? It was a hairline fracture. They went in and they actually did a stem cell injection in my neck, in the bone itself, and it healed a little bit quicker than I thought it was going to heal. So by February, I got back in the gym. I started training. I was waiting, and Bjorn like, you know, we really want to make sure that you're okay to fight. So the doctors finally cleared me just this last week, and it's been almost 2 years since I've competed. But I've been in the gym. I've been training. You know, I was in the gym training for Rampage. I want to compete. And now I'll be competing actually on May 17th, and I was asking Bjorn, who am I going to fight? Who am I going to fight? You know, I thought I'm fighting someone at light heavyweight. Then all of a sudden, one of the baddest men at 185 here in Bellator called me out on Twitter. I was like, wow, I sponsored this kid. I watched him come up. He's a stud, and he's a Russian, and every Russian, they come in here and they fight with heart, tenacity, and they're tough as hell, and I couldn't believe he called me out. I was like, I had to scratch my head for a second going, wow, what do I do? It took me about a half a second to think, say the hell with it. I'm getting an opportunity of a lifetime. You know, this is Cinderella dream. This is Rocky IV, but for real.
Now, the man that called you out, the middleweight champion, Alexander Semenko, yesterday offered to come up to your weight class, 205 pounds, and fight this man pay-per-view. What is your message now that Tito Ortiz is in front of you, champ?
Kita, I respect you, but I must beat you.
You talked about Rocky IV. That is a Rocky IV kind of dialogue. Tell me how you feel, man. I can see the energy in your face right now.
You know, it really comes down to we're fighters. I'm here fighting for my country. He's fighting for his country. May the best man win. You know, this guy got huge cojones to step up 205. You got to understand, I was a former world champ myself. I want to win also. Every one of these fans going to get one of the biggest fights of their lives. You're going to see it on May 17th. As Rocky IV went down, it's going to go down one more time.
Oh, this fight I watched for sure. Do not miss it. Thank you so much, champ. So much, Tito. Back to you, Sean.
Great stuff, Jimmy. Look at that stare down. Jimmy, stay alert. Up next, it is our main event of the evening. Blagoi Ivanov, near death in February 2012, looking to continue perhaps the greatest comeback in the history of professional sports. I say that, Jimmy, without hyperbole.
The phone call I got from Bjorn Rebney was he was going to die. Not just not fight, but die. And he takes on Lavar Johnson tonight. What a comeback.
Tonight's Bellator main event live on Spike is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. Bellator MMA is live on Spike from Pechanga Resort and Casino in Temecula, California. Earlier tonight, in spectacular fashion, Alexander Volkov advanced to the heavyweight tournament final. He'll next face the winner of this semifinal, Lavar Johnson versus Blagoi Ivanov.
And now, ready to make his way to the cage, Blagoi Ivanov.
Blagoi Ivanov's biggest fight was the fight to stay alive.
On September 13th, 2013, 27-year-old Blagoi Ivanov stepped into a Bellator cage and beat every imaginable odd just by doing so.
Ivanov going out for the guillotine.
And goes down. Phenomenal comeback from Blagoi Ivanov.
Sometimes it takes one terrible thing to make a man realize that life is a gift.
Ivanov made his name in combat sports in 2008 when he shocked the world by defeating MMA legend Fedor Emelianenko at the World Sambo Championships. After a fight in Japan, which he won with 2 broken hands, Ivanov made his Bellator debut.
Whoa!
He went 2-0 and was poised to make a run in the heavyweight tournament when everything faded to black.
I was in a club with my friends when we were attacked by a group of men. That's when I got stabbed.
Ivanov was stabbed under his left armpit by a 12-inch blade. It punctured his heart and lanced his lung. After a 6-hour surgery, Ivanov was as close to dying as any man could be.
I got on the phone with the doctors in Bulgaria. There was no hope. There was no hope whatsoever.
In the days after his surgery, infection racked Ivanov's body, and his organs began to fail. Doctors had no choice but to place him in a medically induced coma. That deep darkness lasted 86 days, nearly 3 months. When Ivanov finally woke up, he was a shell of his former self. He had lost nearly 100 pounds, and he could barely walk. Even breathing proved difficult, and yet he was determined to fight again.
He came to my office, he sat across the desk from me, he looked me in the eyes, he said, I'm going to fight again. He said, I'm going to win a world title at heavyweight.
It took Ivanov a year and a half to rebuild his body. Since his return to Bellator, he's been undefeated, going 3-0 in the cage. And in each performance, he's looked more and more dominant. Now he is one fight away from a tournament championship and a world title shot.
The doctors told me 1 man in a million survive in injury like that. That means I'm 1 in a million. I know what I have to do with this life. I will be a world champion. Nothing can stop me.
This will be fight number 4, an undefeated Blagoi Ivanov's truly remarkable comeback.
And now we welcome his opponent set to make his way to the cage, Lavar Big Johnson.
Lavar Johnson feels that he's facing his final shot at MMA glory.
When I walk in that cage, it's just like punching the clock. Another day at the office. My fists are my hammers. I plan on putting them to work so I can get that paycheck.
The short counter shot is a good one behind the ear. Johnson driving it in, looking for the finish, and he gets it.
I'm a father, fighter, family man, and just a guy trying to make it. You know, I don't need to talk shit to anybody. That's just not me. I come out here and I let my work speak for itself.
Whoa! Big uppercut!
I heard about Blagoi surviving the coma. God has a plan for him, and hopefully it's not to beat my ass in this fight. God also has a plan for me. You got a black belt in jiu-jitsu or a gold medal in sambo or judo or whatever. One punch will make you forget everything. That's my intention, is to come in here, make it violent, fast, and exciting. This is my last opportunity, you know. I'm taking it one fight at a time, and I'm here to put it all on the line. When it's all said and done, I want to walk away from this sport as a world champion. I'm a blue-collar guy. I work hard for everything I got, and I plan on keeping it.
This is fight number 27 of Lavar Johnson's pro MMA career. He has reached the 3rd round just twice. See how these two fighters line up? Dave & Buster's brings you our tale of the tape. Eat, drink, play, watch sports.
We've said it many times, 28 combined wins, 26 finishes.
Again, here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on Spike, Bellator MMA, along with Pechanga Resort and Casino, experience it all. Now, present the main event of the evening, a heavyweight semifinal set for 3 5-minute rounds in the toughest tournament in sports. Sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, Commissioner John Frierson, Chair, Executive Officer Andy Foster. Tonight's main event is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator MMA. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. And now, introducing first the red corner. At 6'1", weighing in 255.7 pounds tonight. The comeback continues as he enters the Bellator cage undefeated, 10 victories, no losses, fighting out of Sofia, Bulgaria. Introducing Blagoi Ivanov. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner at 6'4", weighing in 245.3 pounds. His professional record, 18 victories, 8 defeats, fighting out of Madera, California, presenting Lavar Big Johnson. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action, Big John McCarthy.
Remember, no elbows to the head. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands all times. You want to touch gloves? Touch gloves. Best of luck to both of you.
Jimmy, your keys are presented by Victory Motorcycles. Ride one and you'll own one.
For Blagoi, Ivanov, keep the fight inside and look for the takedown. He has real submission skills. Lavar Johnson, test Ivanov's chin early. That hasn't happened a lot in Bellator. And don't get reckless against Vinicius Spartan. He got knocked out by throwing wide.
Alexander Volkov sitting next to Bellator's founder and CEO Bjorn Rebney. He is already through to the heavyweight tournament final. He will face the winner of this second semifinal.
Here we go. You ready? You ready? Get on.
Round number one. Our fight clock is presented by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Ivanov already wary of the power of Lavar Johnson.
Ivanov in the white trunks, Johnson in the white and blue trunks.
No surprise here, trying to get inside immediately.
Ivanov told us, Jimmy, get this fight to the ground as quickly as possible. Work his wrestling, work his submission games.
And also his inside punches, shorter reach, shorter arms. He can do damage chest to chest that Lavar Johnson can't do. Lavar Johnson needs a little bit more range. Actually a lot more, 7-inch reach advantage for Lavar Johnson. Got to make that a disadvantage by keeping it close.
Looking for the takedown now is Ivanov, and he gets it. Next Friday night, live on Spike, our Bellator MMA main event, the fight for Bellator's welterweight world championship, Douglas Lima versus the Olympian Rick Hahn. Open guard now.
Now going back for a footlock. Problem is, you pull your opponent right on top of you. That's what he did.
He's going to sit back for it again, and he does. No fear of those punches from Ivanov. And here come the punches from Lavar Johnson.
Dangerous move by Ivanov, but he took it looking for the finish.
Knee to the body.
Man, I think a tactical mistake by Ivanov. He was on top exactly where he wanted to be. Ended up giving up position for that footlock, but that's the risk and reward.
Standing guillotine position for Ivanov. Doesn't have it cinched.
He does have a great guillotine, though.
Snapping down Johnson. Johnson right back to his feet.
He's in good position to finish. He can get the right hand position. And he can't. You see him trying to keep his chest on the back of Lavar Johnson's head. Same choke Alexander Shlemenko got against Brennan Ward, and boom!
Full-on body slam from Lavar Johnson.
Man! They're going for the Von Flu. Steps over into mount. Now it's Ivanov in big trouble.
Ivanov gives his back. Johnson didn't take it and lets Ivanov stand.
I think he knew he couldn't hold that position from where he was. That was a smart move by Johnson.
The power of Lavar Johnson.
Man.
Rare in MMA, the full body slam.
Ivanov was 255 pounds. Lavar picked him up like a rag doll.
Johnson 10 pounds lighter.
Good left hand by Ivanov, right on the chin.
See, Ivanov wants to be close in the pocket, not allow Johnson to extend with his punches. Beautiful head and arm throw. Sit through now from Ivanov. 120 remaining, round number one of this heavyweight tournament.
Step over that arm. That's exactly what he does. Might be going for a crucifix position or the Americana.
I think he's fishing for the Americana, Jimmy. Let it go. Side control from Ivanov.
A lot of options here for Blagoi Ivanov.
Again, looking for the key lock.
He's ready to tap, and
look at the right hand of Johnson in tap position. There's the tap. And the amazing comeback of Blagoi Ivanov continues all the way through to the heavyweight tournament final.
He got good position and took full advantage. Man, from his deathbed to the heavyweight tournament final.
So many things in professional sports are overstated. There is no overstatement in this remarkable comeback of Blagoi Ivanov.
Man, had his opportunities on the ground the first time, went for the footlock, went back to his feet, and then got taken down by Lavar Johnson, a back and forth round. But Ivanov, once he had that position, he seized the opportunity.
Here's our AutoZone replay. Get Duralast, proven tough, available only at AutoZone.
Blagoi landed some good punches against the fence. Look at this left hand right on the jaw. But it was on the ground that he found the finish. Look at here, that left hand. Inside. Short punches. We knew that's where Blagoi Ivanov wanted to be when it came to his striking. But on the ground, on top, that's where he had the big advantage. Look at him. I said, there looked like a tap there. Could have just been rearranging his right arm position, but here's the actual tap. No doubt here. Look at the elbow go up. That's all she wrote.
You see the legs of John McCarthy. He saw the right hand extended right there of Lavar Johnson. He knew the tap was seconds away. And there's the tap and the victory for Blagoi Ivanov. Absolutely elated with that win. Undefeated in his pro MMA career, now 11-0. And 4-0 since being attacked and stabbed in Bulgaria, February 2012, literally staring death in the face, all the way through to the Bellator heavyweight tournament final.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the Americana brings on the tap. Official time, 4 minutes, 8 seconds into round number 1. The winner by submission now, a finalist in the heavyweight tournament, Blagoi Ivanov.
Let's go to Jimmy.
We're here with your winner, Blagoi Ivanov. I just want to know how it feels to enter a tournament final after being on your deathbed, this road all the way to the tournament final. How does it feel, man?
I feel amazing, great. Thanks God because I'm here, and I want to thanks to all my friends, to my family, and to all my coaches.
Now, of course, you're headed to the heavyweight final. Your opponent will be Alexander Volkov. Tell me how you feel about this opponent, how you feel about this fight.
Yeah, I know him. He's a good guy. I think I beat him.
You heard it. He thinks one thing. He will beat this man, Alexander Volkov. This is your heavyweight tournament final. Give it up for him.
Blagoi Ivanov, a gold medalist in the 2008 World Sambo Championships. Now 2 wins away from becoming Bellator's heavyweight world champion. Let's continue with more fighting in the Bellator cage. In the light heavyweight division, Felipe Lins versus Travis Clark. You see our tale of the tape. It's brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports.
5-inch reach advantage for Lins. Will he use it against Travis Clark? That's the question.
On the first round. You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Head up.
Round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. Brazilian, Lins, he's in the black trunks. Travis Clark, he's in the white trunks.
And the tattoos.
Some nice ink. Big swings from Lins. 7-0.
Oh, nice
and
jab.
drops Clark now looking the pounds.
This might be over.
Full-on ground and pound. Clark trying to get back to his feet. Lins takes the back and looking to finish with the rear naked choke.
It's underneath the neck. It is over.
Sunk very deep, and there's the tap. Just like that, a lightning strike win for Felipe Lins in his Bellator debut.
Dropped him with the jab coming in, and once he had him on the ground, took full advantage with the rear naked choke. It's what I love to see.
First fight outside of his native Brazil for Lins. Sometimes you wonder about fighters out of their home country. Big stage, coming to Bellator, coming to the U.S. Will they be caught up in the bright lights? Absolutely not for Felipe Lins. Here's our AutoZone replay. Get Duralax proven tough, available only at AutoZone.
Here's what started all that jab. Just caught him coming in. Very accurate right on the chin. And here this ground and pound. Clark could never really recover after that. Look at this jab. Right on the jaw. Doesn't have to be a hard punch, but Clark's momentum coming in. And an accurate shot put him on the ground, and here underneath the chin. Once that happens, that is all she wrote. Great job by Felipe Lins.
Mike Beltran, the referee, got in position. He knew that was sunk in deep, and that's truly a tap or nap situation. Disappointment on the face of Travis Clark, and you see the big smile from Lins. Here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 40 seconds into round number 1. The tap by way of a rear naked choke. The winner by submission, Felipe Lins.
How's that for a Bellator debut? 40 seconds, the submission victory for Felipe Lins. Now 8-0 in his pro MMA career, and he is definitely a fighter to watch in the light heavyweight division. Next Friday night, Jimmy will be live on Spike from Horseshoes Mid-America Center in Council Bluffs, Iowa.
It sucks. Two of my favorite fighters, Douglas Lima and Rick Hahn, will be facing off for the welterweight world title. Both guys love to throw. Both guys have submission skills, knockout power. That's going to be a great, great fight.
Jimmy and I will see you live 9 p.m. Eastern Time right here on Spike. A phenomenal night here at Pechanga Resort Casino in Temecula, California. Both heavyweight tournament semifinals. Look at that kick from Alexander Volkov, taking out the two-time K1 Grand Prix champion Mighty Mo and the former Bellator heavyweight world champion, moving to the heavyweight tournament final. Adam McDonough finishing tough as nails Nathan Coy. The walk-away knockout. Oh, let's go! In the middleweight tournament. Too much stuff advancing through. Outstanding result in that fight. Brandon Halsey looking so good, as did Joey Beltran. And in our main event, Blagoi Ivanov, the submission win as he continues his remarkable comeback, moving through to the heavyweight tournament final. For Bjorn Redney, Jimmy Smith, and our entire crew, I'm Sean Wheelock. Thanks for watching Bellator. Countdown to Glory 15 is next.
Next Friday, a new welterweight world champion will be crowned live on Spike when Douglas Lima, coming off 4 straight knockouts, battles judo Olympian Rick Hahn. Plus, in the night's opening fight, Patricky Pitbull looks for another highlight reel knockout.
Pitbull is back!
Bellator MMA live next Friday at 9 on Spike.